Now, a little more on the budget. Without doubt, best front page is built off a cartoon by Mark Knight in the Herald Sun today. This was brilliant. It was a full-strength recovery. It was, of course, the Prime Minister and Treasurer, but the versions of beers that were available were fantastic. Made lots of references to some of the policies and some of the debt, but well done. That was magnificent. I'll put that up on our Facebook page. The Prime Minister in full sales mode today.
I'm glad we did all that work that put Australia in a position to be able to respond in the way that we have, which now means Australia is a position which is basically the envy of the world. Now, that is because of what Australians have done and how our budget support has enabled Australians to carry this country through. And we're going to keep doing that. We can't turn back from that. We can't go down alternative paths. We'll spend responsibly, but we have to spend to ensure that we keep this recovery on track.
Now, it wasn't a great day for each way Albo, and it wasn't even because he opened his mouth and said something he will disagree with in 2 days' time. He made this symbol in federal parliament today, and Twitter didn't seem to automatically conclude that that is a white supremacy symbol. Of course, it isn't. You and I both know that it's not. But when a police officer does it, it was, of course, interpreted as a white supremacy symbol. When Jenny Morrison made it on the side of her hip, it was a white supremacy symbol. But when Albo does it, nothing to see here. And that photo came from The Guardian, that of course talks about this all day, every day. As for the actual lines of attack that Labor are trying to get on this budget, and it feels like they are wrestling smoke and losing, before the budget was even handed down, this was one of the tweets that Each Way decided to put out there, among other things, suggesting that after 8 long years of Liberal and Nationals, 2 million Australians are unemployed or looking for work. This was a talking point that an MP you've never heard of, Peter Kahlil from the Labor Party, took today to Sky News and my colleague Tom Connell, who wasn't having any of it.
There are 2 million unemployed Australians. There's been long-term underemployment, particularly over the last 8 years.
I do love when Tom is like a dog with a bone and he was chewing hard, because it's not true.
Unemployed, there's not 2 million unemployed Australians.
Well, whatever the figure is, at 3 or 4, 5%, whatever their projections.
It's not 2 million.
Well, I don't know. What's 4% of the workforce? You figure it out.
Yeah, but the workforce is only about 15 million.
There are unemployed Australians, and they are
Where's
not.
2 million from?
What do you mean? Where's 2 million from? Well, okay, 4.5. But what is the current unemployment figure? 5.2. Whatever that figure is in the millions, 1.5 million to 2 million, whatever it might be. Unemployed Australians and underemployed Australians. So the 2 million figure probably includes, in my head, the underemployed figures, people who are on casual work, who are on part-time employment and underemployed.
Keep paddling, sinking. Oh, it gets better.
And
778,000 unemployed Australians.
Yeah, so there's almost 1 million there, and then you've got the underemployed, which is probably another 1 million.
Would bring you up to about that.
2 million.
Important to clarify.
So, no, absolutely, fair enough.
So what started as a BS talking point, he went in with the talking point, and unlike most, Tom Connell decided to go, you know what? No, not true, and you don't get to say it.